I bought this truck back in 2022 from my dad, and I really didn't take off any of the stickers he left behind, so it's about time that we clean some of that up, because one of these stickers is actually a badge, and it's the Duramax's biggest lie on this truck. I'll show you which one I'm talking about. So right here, we have a badge that says Banks Power. Although this truck used to be tuned by Banks, it no longer is after the special modifications I did back in January, not July. Although I wish this truck had some Banks parts in it still, that is no longer the case. This is more of a HSP powered Duramax than it is a Banks power. So we need to take off the badges because we're just faking the badges and no one likes a faker at that point. We also have a bunch of stickers we're gonna be taking off. The only thing we're really keeping on besides the decals I put on the Duramax, we're gonna be keeping the YouTube symbol, the sticker from Cartoon Car Club, and the sponsor box. We have Horn Blasters on there. That's crazy that we're even sponsored by anybody. So thank you, Horn Blasters. But let's start working on the Duramax. But I think we're gonna have to move the truck to somewhere more open so I could record better. So let's get that started. What better way to do that than a cold start? This truck sounds really good all the time. We have moved the truck into a more proper spot where we could record the taking off of the stickers. And before we get started, I'm trying out a new format with my content where it's less structured and more basically letting me record who I am. I'm still getting used to flipping the camera around, but recording my personality, letting it show through the camera a little bit more instead of just cutting stuff out. And because the main reason I want to do that is this truck is modeled off of my personality. It's called the Durpamax because I'm goofy, and I haven't really recorded anything that lets my personality show through the camera, and I haven't really been good at talking to the camera yet. So this new format will help you guys understand who I am as a person and also let me get better with talking to a camera rather than just relying on editing that stuff out. One thing I want to show you guys before we get into the stickers that I'm gonna show you how to do is greasing these doors. Sounds like it's broken, right? No, I WD-40 that and it only lasts like 2 weeks at a time. So if I ever get a date, I need to fix that because you don't want your doors to sound like they're broken on a date. That's super embarrassing. But anyways, let's take off some of these decals so we could clean up the Duramax a little bit more. Let's try to get off what we can with just our hands before we start applying some heat to the at least tailgate stickers for now. And oh, nice, okay. So there's a few other things that I'm gonna probably change about the truck when I can afford it, like the wheels. I'm not really a fan of the Star wheels. I used to like them, and then I realized how non-durable they were. There's a lot of dents in the wheels if you look really closely. And another major thing I'm gonna have to change is the entire bed of this truck because it's just rusted out. So that's going to be a project within itself. But in regards to this series that you're currently watching where it's learning how to detail, we're going to be entirely revamping and restoring the frame of the truck. We're going to be grinding it down, getting all the rust off of the truck. We're going to be respraying the frame black or like with a Rust-Oleum. We're also going to clear coat it too. I'm going to clear coat it. Maybe that will help with the Idaho winters, not summers, with the rust buildup that I always get. The front quarter panel on the driver's side is starting to rust too, so we might have to get a new quarter panel going for that. This Springfield Armory sticker is coming off pretty easy though. I don't want to jinx it. I just jinxed it totally. I totally just jinxed it. No! So I'll try to get these off by hand as much as I can, and I'll tune back with you guys. Okay, so it was going smooth till we got to this 9-line sticker, and the decal's getting underneath my thumbnail and cutting it up, so I'm bleeding from it. So I'm gonna get my weapon of a torch and see if that's gonna help us with this guy, because this is the only one that's being stubborn on the tailgate. So let's try hitting it with some heat and going from there, because this isn't just glass. I can't use a razor on it. I don't want to damage the paint. So we're gonna try that. Let's try that. I think I'm gonna need a new bottle soon. I think this is almost up. Oh wait, it has a refill mark. I could just fill it up and not get a new one. Come on. Okay, well, we might have to take a trip, y'all. So let's start the Duramax up, because we're gonna need that torch, like a lot. That sounds good. Always, the Duramax always sounds good. Look at that. We made some progress. Except it wasn't with the torch, because I don't know what's wrong with that. I think it might be the torch head itself. I got a new bottle. It wouldn't light, so I ended up finding a lighter, and that helped us with that stubborn sticker. Now we just got residue left over, but we're gonna do that in one complete phase. So let's move on to something that we'll have a little bit more luck with, because then we could use a razor blade, and that is the stickers on the window. I have 3 stickers on the windows that I need to take off. After we do that, I have few more stickers. I don't know if it's on this pillar or not, but it's definitely, yep. So I have a Chris Kyle sticker on both sides. My dad and I really liked Chris Kyle. So like I did before, let me try to get off what I can with my hands and plus a razor blade now, and then I'll check back in with you guys. And if you're taking off stickers yourself, it's honestly just a patience game. Most of this I took off by hand, and then for this one, I just took my lighter and I fairly quickly went across the surface of it. I didn't stay around. You don't want to stay around with any type of heat with this kind of stuff. I am considering this part of my learning how to detail series. And in this series, I'm going to be teaching myself and you guys how to paint correct, how to do paint chips, and a whole bunch of other stuff. For example, the frame on my vehicle is rusty. I live in Idaho, so we're going to be grinding all that down, learning how to paint and painting the frame again. We're probably gonna do a clear coat on there as well to make it look above, like OEM plus, not above average. We're gonna do the window stickers, peel them off, probably do the pillars because they're the same thing, and then we're gonna get to the badge, the Banks badges, and then that's where I'll pick up the camera again. We got most of the stickers off. On the window, I had a very stubborn one, if you follow me. I had a very stubborn one right here. So I handed myself a can of WD-40, sprayed it on the sticker, dealt with the 2 Chris Kyle stickers on the pillars of the truck on front. So everything's pretty much taken off. We just got to deal with the residue and some of the really bad residue on this window right here. But before we get to that, let's try to take the Banks power badges off real quick. See how hard or how difficult, easy it is, I guess. Oh, this gunk is gonna be so fun to take off. I am not ready for it. I wish I had a racer wheel. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. I have several of these to do now. Rest in peace, Banks Power. Maybe someday I'll put you back on if I ever buy more parts from you, but I think I'm gonna be an HSP guy. Well, that makes our job a little bit easier. I thought those were gonna be more of a pain to take off than they were. So we just got to do the other side, then we got to figure out a plan of attack for all this residue, whether that be more WD-40, which I've proven to work on glass at least. I don't know about paint. And we could also try isopropyl alcohol, 90% proof. We could try that. And if not, we're going to tackle our good friend Google and see what people are saying. Like I said, don't have a racer wheel. If you have access to a racer wheel, maybe use that. Just be careful on stay on the same spot, preventing heat. I need a power washer so bad. I don't know how I'm gonna clean up this. I guess worst case I could go to the car wash. And it's still soapy water at the end of the day, but let's try to do this. Yep. My shoes are wet. This is so inefficient way to do this. I mean, maybe it'll look kind of clean now. So let's spray some WD-40 on this stuff and go from there. Definitely here. And here. We'll do some in the middle too, just in case. Why does this work to remove adhesive and it's also safe for paint? I can't tell you. I've only pretty much used it for this kind of stuff, so. If it works, it works, I guess. You could also get Goo Gone, and there was a third option that I forgot about, but this is just what I have. And let's let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. Wow, WD-40 is just such a miracle worker for this kind of stuff. I don't know what it is about it. It's just coming off now. Like that one I have came off earlier. But my hands aren't doing the bestest of jobs. Maybe if you're doing this, you could search up if the magic eraser would do anything against the paint. And if it doesn't, I would try using a magic eraser on this and just double combo it. I'm also thinking about taking the microfiber towel and trying that. Okay, let's try to see if this does much. I feel like that's gonna dry it out if I use it a lot. Yeah, I feel like that microfiber towel is just gonna dry that out, and we don't wanna wait another 5 minutes on top of what we're already waiting on. I feel like the premise of this video is if you're taking off stickers, be ready to be really patient if it's been on there for more than 3 years. Tackle it majority with your fingernail, then just touch it up with some WD-40 and a microfiber. And we'll see if that dries up and leaves like an emblem impression on it. I came across my first issue, this 9-line sticker. I can't get the outside edges off, so I'm kind of wondering if it damaged some of the clear coat, making this 3D kind of thing. I kind of scratched at it, couldn't get anything to peel. The WD-40 didn't really do anything. The microfiber isn't doing much. Like, I can't tell if that scratch is coming out. So we might have to get my dad's buffer out of the storage and try to see if we could polish it off. That's probably what we're gonna have to do, unless if it comes off naturally by itself. But this outline that kind of marks where the sticker was is not coming off at all. So we might have to do something really drastic with this right here. All right, this is what it looks like. This is what I got for what I had. We gave her a nice try. She's still kind of there, so I'm hoping over time it'll kind of fade out on its own. But we're gonna give the Durpamax a quick wash, and then I'm gonna get you guys some after shots of all the areas that we did. By far, looks way better. I'm just realizing what that looks like without the Banks badge. And it kind of brings out the 01 a little bit more, not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna have Mr. Raymond at Badge Labs custom me up a couple badges when I could afford it. And I'm not gonna say too much more, but look forward to that. Let me know if you have any other methods that I maybe didn't try today. A method I tried off camera was using a bug scraper with like isopropyl alcohol. That didn't really do anything at all. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Just like that, I'm gonna repeat myself from the first episode. With what we had, we did a pretty good job. I can't even tell that there was stickers from afar away. Now, obviously, if you get up and close to the stickers, like right here, you could kind of see a faint outline, but I'm gonna let the test of time deal with that until we paint correct the truck, and we'll tackle that some more when we get to it. Now, speaking of what we have for the Duramax next, I think next episode is gonna be doing the windows, getting rid of water spots and making it so rain just repels off of that bad boy. So if you wanna weatherproof your windshield, subscribe, because that's gonna be coming up. And if you wanna see the first episode, if you haven't watched it yet, it'll be linked up in the top. Let's clean up our rides one episode at a time. See you guys.